Welcome, KSL Gang. Welcome KSL Gang. Today we're going to be reviewing Pistachio Glaze Body Care from Bath & Body Works. This is one of 4 of their new releases from the Everyday Luxuries line. This particular one I was most excited to try out. Y'all know I'm a gourmand lover. I love trying out gourmand fragrances, especially when they have edible notes. As some of y'all didn't know, I have a small cookie business, so I'm constantly dealing with all types of ingredients. So when I get body care that have particular notes that I'm very familiar with, it's so fun to try out. And do they smell like the real thing? Of course, we got some learning combinations, and you already know they're going to be very sweet gourmand combos. But okay, let's jump in. The notes are pistachio creme, toasted vanilla, and sugared patchouli. On the opening with the fragrance mist, I immediately got this warm, nutty sweetness. Now the opening on the perfume spray, along with the warm, nutty sweetness, I got a creamy texture to it. Now keep in mind the perfume spray and the fragrance mist, they are the same. Besides with the perfume, it just had more of that pistachio cream all the way through. Describing Pistachio Glaze starting now, I'm speaking of both formulas. You know how some pistachios have that raw green smell to it? This is straight on a creamy dessert pistachio. Very smooth, like a whipped creamy filling inside of a pistachio pastry. I want to keep in mind this one is really sweet, but not anything that's too decadent. There's other fragrances that have a way more decadent punch to it where it's just super sweet. Because it has that toasted vanilla and sugar patchouli, it just breaks it off from being just too overly indulging. As it starts to settle, the toasted vanilla comes in. It's not just a regular plain toasted vanilla, it's a very warm caramelized vanilla, the kind you get from baking a rich buttery cake. It definitely gives it a comforting feeling. Now the patchouli, it's not that heavy earthy patchouli like you would get in a lot of fragrances. This is a softened, sweetened version that adds a nice touch of depth to it. To me, what that sugared patchouli does to the pistachio creme and vanilla on my skin, it was a cozy undertone that was just lingering on me. The dry down, it's warm, it's creamy. It's also a more sophisticated pistachio gourmand fragrance compared to some ones I'm about to show you, and that what really separates this one from the others. With the fragrance mist, it was still on my skin at 3 hours, but not as strong as when I first applied it, but the perfume was still on my skin around the 4.5 hours, and this was without any type of layering. The body cream I would say is medium to strong, and I don't smell any differences between the perfume spray, the fragrance mist, and the body cream. I'm definitely going to pick up the body wash in this one. I don't have too many pistachio ones. I do want to pick a couple up, and this is definitely backup worthy for me. I am going to try to go after the perfume sprays first. Overall, this smells like a sweet pistachio filling that's going to go inside of some type of dessert pastry, a filling in a cake, a pie crust, a macaron. So super edible and delicious. And now for some comparisons. The first one, which I thought Pistachio Glaze was going to be. So we have Kayali Yum Pistachio Gelato. Now after trying out Pistachio Glaze, this is not a inspired fragrance at all. To me, there's a big difference between these two. When I'm thinking of Yum Pistachio Gelato, the sweetness profile is different between the two. With Kayali, I'm thinking of I'm at the fair, I'm at a candy shop. It has the whipped cream, the marshmallow, the cotton candy. To me, Yum Pistachio Gelato is more on a candy, sugary sweetness compared to Pistachio Glaze, which is more a pastry feeling, gourmand and warm. It doesn't have like that brightness to it or airy fluffiness like Yum Pistachio Gelato. So Yum Pistachio is a sugary, fluffy cloud, cotton candy, a little more playful, and Pistachio Glaze is warm, creamy pastry. Now if you wanted amazing inspired fragrances, that's exactly, and I do mean exactly, like Pistachio Gelato. We got fragrances fragrances from Paris Corner, Lattafa, and Dirty Soul Soap, which they are beautifully done to represent young pistachio gelato. Another one we have is Bath & Body Works Toasted Pistachio. Both Toasted Pistachio and Pistachio Glaze, they have the pistachio note. Toasted Pistachio has a lighter, airier pistachio note. Because it has that almond blossom to mix in, it's giving a fresh floral sweetness along with the pistachio. And Pistachio Glaze is more richer and deeper with the pistachio, but you can absolutely layer these together. Another comparison, we have Finery Pistachio Please. Now this one to me is leaning more towards a milky, soft pistachio, like a warm, comforting pistachio latte with the fluffy vanilla, the tonka bean. It's smooth, a little bit powdery. Pistachio Glaze, it does have a creamy texture, but not a milky texture. But of course, you can pair them together. The last one I want to compare it to is Victoria's Secret Pistachio Creme. You know, that one is the vanilla glaze, has a solar musk, has pistachio, caramel, vanilla. While they both have pistachio and vanilla notes, but they are portrayed different in the fragrances. Pistachio Creme is a little bit more brighter. The solar musk adds like a warm, sun-kissed vibe, and the caramel note adds a sweet, syrupy layer. So it's like a pistachio caramel sundae. And it also has the ice cream vibe in there. So a pistachio ice cream compared to a pistachio filling pastry with pistachio glaze. And of course, this is going to be in the layering combination because I've been pairing these two together. Super delicious. And of course, there are other pistachio fragrances out there that you can compare pistachio glaze to, but these were the ones I really wanted to bring in and just talk about the differences between them. But they are all really good pistachio fragrances. Can't go wrong with either one, depending on the sweetness level you want. And now let's jump into some layering combinations. Gourmand lovers, it's our time. First up we have is Wrapped in Vanilla. When I was trying out different combos, this was the first one I grabbed. I knew before I even tried it that it was going to be everything I wanted of a nutty, warm pistachio mixed with a fluffy, creamy topping. When I said I was just stuck on this combo for a minute, I was just enjoying it. And then if you add on a vanilla oil to this, yes, you're going to be smelling super edible. Also, for some body oil recommendations to pair with pistachio glaze and any other combos, I recommend Soothing House Pistachio Dreams, EOS Vanilla Cashmere, Bodycology with Vanilla, Brown Sugar Babe Caked Up. Also, if you have Canvas Beauty Mucho Pistachio, absolutely perfect with it. And next we have Victoria's Secret Vanilla Bean and Macadamia. Now, I also tried this with the body oil and vanilla bean and macadamia. To me, out of the whole collection, that oil has the most nutty, buttery smell to it. And this also has a nice, sophisticated smell to it. These two together just have these beautiful aromas of macadamia, pistachio, vanilla bean, toasted vanilla, creamy smells. I mean, super delicious and edible. And next we have Victoria's Secret Almond Blossom and Oat Milk. I wanted to pair this one for some people that don't want a overly sweet, sugary, gooey smell, but want something sweet, pretty, soft. This is going to be it right here. You have the almond blossom, which is a beautiful, soft floral smell. So very delicate and pretty. Then you have the oat milk to give it some extra creaminess to go along with that pistachio creme. Very, very beautiful together. And next we have Bath & Body Works Coconut Cream Pie. Now, this is going to give you all the decadent smell you want. You know, coconut cream pie has toasted coconut flakes, caramel custard, and golden pie crust. It's like you have your coconut cream pie, and on a layer of that, you have your pistachio creme in the mix in the pie. So super decadent, sweet, warm, nutty, just so edible and delicious smelling. And next we have Loyal to You. So this is going to keep it at that pistachio cream filling, but it's going to add a bright citrus twist. You have the sweet lemon blossom, the orange flower, and then you have the vanilla marshmallow to keep it nice, fluffy, and airy. So this is a nice, bright, delicious pastry dessert here. A little bit floral to give it a perfuminess to it. So super pretty. And next we have Ice Lemon Pound Cake. You know, Ice Lemon Pound Cake has a sugar glaze icing, the pearl lemon zest, and fluffy pound cake. So just like Loyal to You, you're going to have that bright citrus twist to it, but you're going to get more sweet edible notes. You got the pound cake, the glaze. And next we have Bath & Body Works Vanilla Mocha Martini. Our new coffee themed type fragrances will pair beautifully with pistachio glaze. And not only that, these two together smell super sexy and a little bit bold, like a sexy gourmand fragrance, which I love. You know, it has the cappuccino and the tonka bean and the orchid in there, so it's a little bit of floral, like really light floral, but you still have those two in-depth notes along with the pistachio creme, the toasted vanilla and sugar patchouli. You have all these warm, cozy notes that create this beautiful, sexy, gourmand aroma. Next we have Bath & Body Works Midnight Addiction. If you think the last one was a sexy combo, this one is times 2. You know, it has the ripe plum, the almond flower, and the coffee bean. If you were a gourmand lover but want a more elevated gourmand combo, these two top tier together. Next we have Fleur's Vanilla Skin. I just had to keep it on that same level as the other two. I mean, I had my sweet sugary gourmands, but we had to bring in some grown and sexy gourmand combos. I don't know, this combo might be in the lane by itself. I'm talking a scent trail and being followed to ask what you have on. You know how everybody say I got chased down the street and run a corner down the block? I believe with this combo it can be possible. The last combination we have is Philosophy's Fresh Cream Warm Cashmere. You already know this is giving all the cozy vibes, like a warm hug, a little bit of sensual, not overwhelming, overpowering, just right. I know I said that was the last one, but we have just one more. We have the Praline Pistachio that you can get at TJ Maxx and Marshalls. This is a really good. I love it. It has coconut, caramel, marshmallow, honey, vanilla. So this one is super warm, cozy. So another top tier combo. Then of course I said doing a comparison, you can also do pistachio creme, which has been one of my favorite combos. Okay guys, that's going to complete my review and learning combinations with Bath & Body Works Pistachio Glaze. And let me know, have you tried this out? Will you be trying it out soon? What have you paired it with? And will you try out some of my combinations? But if you haven't now already, subscribe and join the KSL gang. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Hey KSL gang, if you're into ASMR, make sure to check out my other channel, Keke's ASMR Stories and Reviews. Also, if you're looking for quick, easy recipes, check out my other channel in Keke's Kitchen. I'll see you over there.